Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I purposely did not reach out to you guys on Monday or Tuesday, just trying to see if you'd be able to catch the rhythm of your week, panning out for you. How are you doing? How are things coming? We've been doing the Kingdom Wealth Building for a minute. We just did the vision boards and the budgets. That's the most important part, is the budget. How did you do with the budget? More importantly, how many bad habits have you stopped since you implemented your budget? I want to reach out to make sure that you guys are making sure that you set the atmosphere. Wherever you are, you set the atmosphere. If you work from home, you work in the office, you work at the church, wherever you are, you set the atmosphere. Just because you work at a church don't mean everything is glitz and glam and spiritual and holy and beautiful. That's not what that means. So sometime as the individual, you have to set the tone. You have to command what your space is going to be like. So remember, that's always my thing, is set the atmosphere for wherever you are, so that when people come into your space, they're experiencing that peace, that uplifting, the laughter, the kindness. All those things should be set in your atmosphere. The other thing I want to know how you guys are doing is, are you sticking to your budget, but are you sticking to your SMART goals? Your SMART goals is the foundation. So let's think of building a house. Realtor. When you build a house, you cannot build a house, just start throwing up beams and boards without having a foundation. So your SMART goals are your foundation, right? So have you laid out that foundation? No, you've laid it. Are you sticking to the foundation? Sticking to the foundation means when you set those SMART goals, you said you're going to do X, Y, and Z. And the reason you're going to do X, Y, and Z is because of this, that, and the third. And because of the this, that, and the third, those things hit your heart. And you're the only person that can bring that into fruition. So are you staying true to yourself? And are you making those changes that need to be made without any excuses is the thing. So the one thing that I want you to do is I want you to grab a mirror, because in that mirror, you're going to talk to the person that you're in competition with. You're going to talk to the person that needs to change their thought processes. You're going to talk to the person that needs to be quiet when they feel that need to start speaking out of turn. You're going to talk to that person in the mirror about every decision that you've made and going to make. And that is your only competition. That is the only person that you need to be consulting with outside of Jesus. And that's the person that needs to do the changing. You, right? So we all have this thing to where we complain about the things that we tolerate. And if you go to Stone's church, that means that you need to cut it off, right? Because if you're complaining about the things you tolerate, how much is it a you issue versus the other person issue, right? So in order to be really successful in this coaching, we're doing this for a year, guys. So I need you to pace yourself, and I need you to get real serious. I need you to invest in you, invest in the person that you look at when you hold up that mirror, right? And I need you to talk to that person daily. I need you to be real with that person that you see in that mirror, and you need to call those things out about that person. You have to be real with you, no matter what. Okay. And then you need to prepare. I was reading and thinking about being prepared. Being prepared, excuse me, to the point to where I was thinking about water. You know, how many of you are over 50? And your mindset changes when you're 50 and older. Your goals change when you're 50 and older. And that is not to say that someone in their 30s or their 40s don't have the same goals or couldn't quite possibly have the same mindset. But it's a little different. But in our 50s, we think different. We move different. We want different things, right? The most important thing for you to do is to cut off that old person from the past. Stop thinking like that person. Stop talking like that person. Stop moving like that person. That person probably wasn't saving. They was robbing Peter to pay Paul. They had every excuse and every answer ready for why X, Y, and Z didn't happen. We are done with that person. And I really need you to focus on your SMART goals to move forward, right? Matthew, the book of Matthew talks about those 10 virgins, right? And 5 of them were prepared. 5 of them were not prepared. How many of you are the 5 unprepared? And you have to be honest. You have to be honest with yourself. Because if you don't, this won't work. It won't work at all. And if you can't be honest with yourself, just stop right now and say, I'm not ready to move forward. I'm not ready to do this. I'm not ready to invest. I'm not ready to change. I'm not ready to change my thought processes. And I still think it's somebody else's fault that I didn't get X, Y, and Z. Somebody else did this. I didn't get X, Y, and Z. If this is where you are, just stop, because you're not ready. And if you're not ready, then you're going to go through this process and it's not going to make a bit of sense and you will probably end up frustrated. So if that is you, just bow out gracefully. No big deal. We still love you. But it will be better to wait until you're ready to confront you. Okay? That's not a big thing. I mean, that's not a small thing. That's a big thing, to confront you. To confront your thought processes. To confront the way you were raised, the way you've been doing things for years. It has to change, and it has to change now. What are you going to do? Leave a legacy of dumb? You don't want to leave a legacy of dumb. You want to leave a legacy of doing it right, doing it correctly. And you don't want your children or your grandchildren to have to go through the things that you went through. Excuse me. A lot of the things that we went through is because we was hard-headed. Just like our young people today, hard-headed. You were hard-headed. It is nothing worse than being 50 plus and still be hard-headed and stuck on stupid. It is nothing more unattractive than an old, dumb person. So, we are getting things together and we are moving forward. This is your weekly checkup, check-in from the neck up, all of the above. Where are you? What is it that you need to change in order for these SMART goals to fall into place? Because remember, you set your own SMART goals. You said, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I put in motion. I'm only here to hold your feet to the fire and say, what are you doing different? Are you ready to move a little different? And since I'm coaching with the Kingdom Wealth Builder, and this is not a paid coaching event, I'm being super, super nice and laid back. I'm not in your face yelling at you like a football coach or a basketball coach, but typically when I coach, I get a little bit more raw. And if we're friends, I tell you, let's take the friendship off the table for the moment, because I might challenge you in a way that don't set right with you. And that's only because you're not yet ready. And I need you to be ready. I want everyone to make the goals that they set for themselves. And if you don't make the goals, I need you to be on your way to making those goals. You know what I mean? I need you to start going through your list of people that you need to get rid of out your life. I need you to start going through your bad spending habits, because this is a financial kingdom wealth building situation that we're going through right now. But I also know that If your mindset isn't in the right place, I don't care what goal you set, you will not be successful at it. Because every area of your life blends together. So some people like, I don't bring my work home. Yes, you do. A patient, a client, a co-worker, somebody got on your nerves, you done came home and you done talked about it. You done brought it home. So there's no area of your life that's separate from another area. And if you've managed to be successful, to think that you're hiding certain areas of your life from people in your family or people close to you, and you're going to do this over here, but not over here, eventually they're going to meet. And it's not going to be a good introduction. So now is the time to start putting things in place, in order, perspective, get our mindsets together. Let's get organized on every level. Start getting rid of those things that you know that are not necessary. There's some streaming services that some of y'all need to get rid of. There's some people in your lives that you need to get rid of. There's some places that you need to stop going. There's some songs, music that you need to stop listening to. Certain books you need to stop reading. You have to make sure God is first in everything that you're doing so that everything falls into place correctly. Okay? And that's just our basic Christian 101, maybe. And then I need you to release yourself. I need you to release yourself from your past. Your past has nothing to do with your future. Your past does not dictate your future. If you grew up and was never taught about finances, you were never taught how to love yourself, you never seen what a healthy relationship looked like, that doesn't mean that won't happen for you in the future, unless that's what you believe and you walk it out. Okay? So I am not going to agree with your poverty mindset. I just listened to Tiffany Montgomery today, and it was so powerful because there's a lot of things on there that people do and not realizing that they're doing. But a poverty mindset is, hey, I don't make enough money. I don't do this. I can't do that. Will you discount this for me? Will you discount that for me? That's a poverty mindset. And you may not agree with that right now because you're thick into that poverty mindset. But if a young lady who was sold at 5 to help her mother's drug addiction, if that same young lady then becomes a teen mom and she's homeless, living under a bridge, and then that same young lady continues on and she builds a real estate business, and to this day she's making $500,000 a month. Her past did not dictate her future. And so you need to choose faith over fear. You need to choose victoriousness over victim, because it's always a choice. You always have a choice. The moment you decide that you're going to be victorious, things are going to start to happen differently than if you decide to be a victim. And so I just need you to really, we're doing this thing for a year, right? We're going to be doing this kingdom wealth building thing for a year. So it might not be a habit now to start curbing your, your appetite for the things that you used to do, hair, nails, clothes, shopping. Or maybe I just want to give to my grandkids. Maybe I want to just go make sure my grandkids got this, my grandkids got that. In doing that, are you training the mother or the parents of the grandchildren to do the things that they're supposed to do? Because you're not going to be here forever. So if you're enabling them that you're just going to keep giving, and no teaching is involved, that falls on you as well. And so we have to love in a healthy way. And I'm guilty too. We have children and we just want to give. We just want to pour into them. But if we're not training, then we're doing a disservice. And so if we're not being trained we're a disservice to ourselves. So this is your weekly check-in. And so I just want to make sure you guys are still grinding at this kingdom wealth building mindset change. And that when this thing ends, I'm expecting monumental testimonies of what you overcame when you said no, when you put your foot down, when you really focused, when you really decided to invest in yourself. I can't wait to hear all the testimonies. I am here. If you need any prayer requests, if you need a session, if you have any questions, anything, please let me know. I'm here for you. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And sorry that this was late. I've been running around today. And then I just got the phone with my grandson. So I was just talking about pouring into those grands and everything. Well, it happens, but we just got to do it the right way. We got to do it the right way. And everyone on my team, I know that you guys are equipped to do everything that you said that you were going to do. And some of you are in a position to where you're looking around and you're like, I don't see it happening. Like, all I see around me is lack. That's what your naked eyes see. So now I need you to ask God to show you what's really going on. Ask him, what do I need to change? Who do I need to say no to? Is there some people I need to get out of my life? Is this thought processes that I need to bury and get rid of? What do I need to repent for? Because you need to repent, you need to renounce, and you need to refocus, because some things that you've been doing for years thinks that it has rights to tell you what to do, how to do, when to do, and that's just not the case. So I need you guys to take back your power over your lives, over your finances, over your families, your thought processes, all of it. I need you to do it. You need some help? Call me. I'm here. Support. I am here. You got this, and I can't wait to celebrate with all of the different things that you're going to accomplish. All right. This video is over 17 minutes long. I'm so sorry. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you Sunday. Call me if you need a session. Email me if you have any questions. Call me if you have any questions. Other than that, I'll see you Sunday. All right. Have a good one. Peace.